Hello, I'm Mr. Possible, and this is the Possible Truth. I want us to look into this notion, or should I say, an impression that most people in our society today have. But before we proceed, I want us to take a look at this video first.
It's not by power, it's not by might, it's by the Spirit of the Lord. It's not by hard work, it's not by skills. Divine help is what I enjoy. I'm not afraid of tomorrow. I have grace.
Now, I believe you have watched the video. The other older man, they said is Grace, right? The skillful man, the man that is winning, they said is Grace. Then the other person is Effort. But before we dive into this, let's see what grace means. In broad sense, grace can refer to kindness, favor, or charm. However, in a religious context, especially within Christianity, it often refers to unmerited divine favor or assistance bestowed upon humans. I want you to note here, it's something we don't earn, but God freely gives us as a gift. Now, having heard the definition of grace, I want to ask, do you still think that man was winning because of grace? If you are still doubting, I will clear the air more. Now, there is something we call talent. Each and every one of us, we have our area that we are talented. It is like a gift. Some people, you see some people, they are more good in football. Some are more good in table tennis. Some are more good in handball. So on. Some are more good in music. Some are multi-talented persons. But apart from that, one, you are talented in a particular field. And secondly, the most vital one is to work on yourself on that talented field that you find yourself in. Now, when you devote your time, your energy, the risk and everything to work on yourself on that talented field that you are in or you find yourself in, nothing will stop you from being good. That is it. This man now has worked on himself. He has been in the field for so many years, and not just being in the field, he has been rehearsing, he has been practicing. That is why he became good on that field. There is nothing like grace on this. We the Christian, if you come to Christian or religious people, they always believe in grace and miracles. My dear, there are some fields that you can bring and say, yes, it is true. But in something like this, in a skill, it is not, being grace or miracle is far from it. Now, what does constant work, when you practice and work on yourself on a particular field, what does it do to you? One, it enhances your skill. One. Secondly, it leads to personal growth and improvement in that particular field. Then the third one is it improves your productivity. This is the same thing applicable. If you are talented in a particular field, then you bring out your time to work on yourself, to practice, to rehearse. Extra time, rehearsing more than others. You will outshine any person in that same field. That is the truth. It is not grace. it has nothing to do with grace. With the definition of what grace is and how Christians do define grace, their mentality or religious people, this is far from it. So in a nutshell, wherever feel that you work on yourself, you bring out time and everything to work on yourself, definitely you will be good on that field. There is no two ways about it. I will tell you a short story, and it's an example of what I'm trying to say now. I'm a musician, and far back when we were still teenagers, when we were growing, I grew in an environment that we have many musicians around, and one day, one guy, we know him as a keyboardist, a pianist. Now, he became so good, he disappeared. This guy disappeared and stayed for months. When he came out, he became so good. He outshined all the people that we thought were pros, and very versatile as well. So this guy was doing so. If you call him for a program that time, for a performance, you don't need to call a guitarist. The guy will use the piano and split the piano and play guitar with one hand, play another tone with he was so good. So one day I asked him, "What's your secret? What's happened?" He told me that he thought about everything and decided to work on himself. He went inside, locked himself up, borrowed a piano from his church, and sometimes he wouldn't sleep. He would rehearse all through the night. Sometimes he would skip meals. He worked on himself. When he came out, he became a star. He outshined so many people. This is a pure example. Will you call that grace? No, it is not grace. It's not grace, bro. It's simply work. It's just work. He worked on himself. He added value to himself. And this ability is something that each and every one of us, we have that ability. So stop that notion, that mentality that whenever someone is doing well, those people, they have put their time and energy, worked on themselves, and you are coming to say is grace. No, you're wrong. This part is something that Africans or some people that are so religious, they have used this to tie down themselves, which is very, very bad. It's time you woke up. When you work on yourself, you are adding value to yourself. And when the manifestation is coming, it is not grace, bro. Please, that impression needs to be corrected. If you have watched this video to this point, I believe you've learned something, and it's important you subscribe and share so that you won't miss out whenever we drop any video. One love, peace out. Stay safe, be positive.